Hey guys, this is Chewy. I just wanted to show you a little bit more in depth in video of what actually I did to get this 6-wheel drive Tmaxx. Now, that body is not going to always look like that. I'm just kind of throwing a piece together of the body off the internet and my old body. Just extending it back over so I can cover up some stuff back here. Let me pull this off and I'll show you what I mean here about in depth. Now when it comes to the front half of the chassis, I sit there and I went with my body, or the body and chassis that I got off the internet. Now, it had some issues. It was missing this bottom plate right here, which is a vital key part to the structure of the front diff. The guy was basically all the screws backed out. So I went ahead and fixed all that and replaced all that. And now I had sit there and I saved the receiver, radio receiver. Save the steering servo. I might get one stronger later on. We are definitely going to change this out when I go to a brushless motor. Right now this is good for the 12-turn motors. It was just something cheap I picked up in the dang RC store. Thank you Longmont Hobby for that. A lot of the parts that I had gotten for this, guys, I got out of Longmont Hobby. If you want to know, it's located there off of Main Street in Longmont, Colorado. They did help me out on getting a lot of parts for this guy. I picked this one up off of a guy that I found on the internet that was actually selling these electric motor mounts for these Tmaxx nitro motors. And me myself ran into a deal where everybody was kind of getting out of the nitro fuel and going to electric motors. I had to take and get me, now there's two different things, don't get me wrong, there's two different transmissions for the Tmaxx. You have and three different Tmaxxes. You have the 1.5 Tmaxx, you have the 2.5 Tmaxx, and then you have the 3.3. Now, the difference in transmissions, because they made different transmission for the 3.3 to handle the power. It's got the black case and everything because I have the Classic. It used to have the 2.2 motor in it. So the transmission was made for the 1.5 and the 2.5 motors. They went to the gray case for the 3.3. It's a little bit heavier duty and everything. Everything's more heavy duty on the 3.3. They started putting it on the Revos. I might go to a smaller gear. I'm going to fix this gear lash because I don't like it. I'm going to fix that. Picked up the motor out of Longmont Hobby. Picked up a lot of the gearing from Longmont Hobby. Sit there and made me an extension to my wiring harness so I can attach my battery back here where it's nice and safe and it's not going to be in any way of the motor or anything like that. I love it. I actually went ahead and let's see if I can get that in the shot real good here. I actually made me this little mount right here. And believe me, it was a lot of measuring and welding and cutting, and yeah, it wasn't fun. And then I took that old body plate and I cut it right here at the first bolt hole of where the transmission mounts. Okay, and then I sit there and got me a quarter piece of angle iron. And I did my measurements and got it to where it's straight, and it acted just like a little shelf. and then I put two more holes in it and put my bolts through, and yes, they do go all the way through. As you can tell, they go all the way through. The back diff right there, I actually got 2 Nitro Revo differentials. They separate different than the Tmaxx original differentials. There's only one problem with them, and I'll get to that in a moment. The Tmaxx Revo diffs separate, and the screws, you have to mill out the bulkheads to fit the screws in to get the diff to stay in. But the little T part will actually bolt right in. And then I picked up a big old long axle shaft for the drive line to go to the rear. Basically just took the whole rear end of a Tmaxx and threw it on the rear end of a Tmaxx. It took some time, and it definitely took some welding. It definitely took some time and welding. I love my end result, guys. I love how it looks. Just figured I'd go into more depth on how it looks. I didn't change the front chassis that much at all. And I really didn't change the back half. I just added on. If you guys have any questions about what I did, or how I did it, or what I did, please leave a comment down below. Ask me anything about this guy. I really love this. I mean, it is so strong. It is as strong in the front as the rear. I love it. You cannot get past that. I'm not going to go jumping it off of hills or anything, but don't get me wrong, that is one tough booger. And I even got all the matching rims. So, but yep, you know what to do. Give me a like if you like all the videos and that. You want me to sit there and give me a suggestion on where to possibly get a body, so I'm not using this guy, because he's got a lot of holes in it. I don't know whether the old owner was trying to make a driver put in there, or was trying to make access to the motor, or what the deal was. But and then there's my half, but you can almost see right here that yeah, I'll fix that later. Kind of lightly put it on there. You can see the measurements it's going to take to get that body to sit there and actually cover that whole chassis. So yeah, give me some suggestions. I was thinking about converting a rat rod, or making a rat rod body and making it long enough. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. I'll definitely have to check on the comments on this video. Have a good one, and get out there and have fun.